I'm telling you, Chris, investing in Bitcoin is the way forward. Digital currency is the future. Just you wait until it replaces physical money entirely. Don't be ridiculous. You should invest in stocks instead. There's a reason it's so popular these days, you know. I know so many people who made their fortune through stocks. You're delusional if you think Bitcoin will get you further when it's obvious how much higher the success rate is when you invest in stocks. No, you've both got it all wrong. The best way to make it big is obviously to invest in property. Property is a way more solid asset than digital currency or stocks and shares, and there are way less risks. That's where you're wrong, my friend. I heard that with Bitcoin, people have earned crazy amounts of money. I heard one case where some guy managed to earn back 5,000% of what he originally invested. I'm telling you, it's really easy to earn money this way. It's ridiculous that everyone isn't doing it. And the best part is, you don't need to go anywhere. You can just sit on your butt all day long and watch the money rolling in. Let me show you this video I saw recently. It's got so many likes. This person was able to buy this fancy apartment entirely with the money they earned from Bitcoin. How amazing is that? How can you sit there and say that Bitcoin isn't worth investing in? Yeah, but the risk is so high. Do you even know how it works? Can you explain how the Bitcoin becomes real money? I don't think it's right to put too much faith in something you don't even understand properly. The words digital currency don't sound solid or reliable at all, do they? I stand by my point. Stocks are the way forward. Listen to yourselves. Do you know how ridiculous you both sound right now? The real estate market shows no sign of crashing anytime soon, and properties are constantly increasing in value. It's a no-brainer. You need to invest in property. Have you seen how much even apartments are worth these days? Recently, I've gotten into the habit of checking house prices on different real estate apps every day. Look at this one. This is the price from last year, and this is the price from this year. Look how much it's gone up in value. And it's only set to go up more in the future. But the thing about investing in property is that you need to have a lot of money in the first place in order to get started. It's not really a good way to make it big from nothing, so it's more for rich people than for ordinary people like us. Most people need to take out loans in order to be able to afford to buy a house, and then you've got the stress of having to pay the loan back to deal with. Is it really worth it? Well, if you play your cards right, you won't have to worry about that, which is why I'm planning on proposing to my girlfriend soon. Oh, really? You're going to get married? Do you even have the money to do that? Weddings are so expensive these days. I feel like most people just don't bother anymore because they don't want to pay for a venue and a dress and a honeymoon and all the other wedding stuff. But your girlfriend is pretty well off though, isn't she? She's someone high up in a big fancy company, isn't she? She must be quite rich. Yep, she is. You guys know how much effort I've put in to make this relationship work. You could say that she is actually my greatest investment. Hey, be careful what you say. These days, everyone around here knows everyone, and rumors seem to spread like wildfire from nowhere. She seems like the sort of person who would have a lot of acquaintances. What if someone overhears you talking about her like that and it somehow gets back to her? Then you mustn't know how great of an actor I really am. I have a performance prepared to get me out of any situation. I'm confident that she'll never find out my real reasons for wanting to be with her. All her friends and acquaintances think I'm smitten with her, and everyone around her is always talking about how she has such a lovely boyfriend. And I have a pretty good job too, you know. Even though I work in production and don't have a fancy office job like her, my salary isn't all that low. I don't think I'm exactly the #1 candidate for gold-digging boyfriend. But let's be honest, you still don't compare with her being the top of the accounting team in a big, famous company. How much does she earn in a year exactly? She hasn't told me exactly what she earns, but I know it's a lot of money. I do remember that her starting salary was way higher than the national average. Oh, really? Then it must have gone up in the past few years. How many years has she been working at that company? It's been 8 years. She pretty much joined the company immediately after graduating from college. I met her at that country club not long after she'd started working, remember? Ugh, I spent so long pretending to like tennis, golf, and other tedious stuff just for her sake. I really have made a big investment here, you know. Look at this heartless guy, talking about marriage as if it's some kind of business transaction. You guys better watch what you say when you're around her, though, okay? Of course we won't say a thing. I'm so jealous of you. If you're jealous of me finding my way to go up in the world, you should go get yourself a job. Even if you're making good money with your delivery job, you're not exactly going to be introduced to any nice rich guys that way, are you? Hey, don't look down on my job. You need to create opportunities for yourself. Otherwise, you won't get any. I need to get married fast so I can finally buy a house.
Wow, this place is so nice. Is today some kind of special occasion?
Does it need to be a special occasion for me to take my beautiful girlfriend somewhere nice? You kept talking about coming here, so I thought you'd probably been here before.
Oh no, I've never been here before. Don't get me wrong, I love places like this. I just don't normally go to eat steak in a fancy restaurant unless there's some kind of special occasion. So that's why I asked.
Well, if you want to eat here, I'll take you here anytime, whether it's a special occasion or not. But I guess it's pretty obvious that I brought you here for a reason today, isn't it? I'm so bad at keeping secrets. You've caught me out already. Excuse me.
What kind of secret would you have to keep from me, I wonder? Oh my goodness! Here's the bouquet and cake you asked us to prepare. I hope you guys have a lovely night. This cake is so pretty! I love it! And you also bought me flowers? Thank you so much, honey.
Molly, when I decided that I wanted to propose to you, I thought long and hard about what would be the right things to say and what would be the best gifts to prepare. But then I realized that none of that is really important. The most important thing is that I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I want to share the rest of my life with you. As long as I'm with you, I believe I will have found true happiness.
Oh my goodness. Honey, stand up. People are starting to stare at us.
But the guy normally gets down on one knee during a marriage proposal, right? Don't tell me you think it's too cliché.
I'm just a little embarrassed with everyone's eyes on us, that's all.
So what do you say? Is it a yes?
Yes, of course it's a yes. I'd love to marry you. Now, please get up. Oh, look at you. You've done everything perfectly, from choosing the restaurant down to the gifts.
Really? Yes! I'm so relieved. I was so worried that you wouldn't like the restaurant, or if the cake was too much, or maybe if the flowers were the wrong color or something. I've obviously not got as good a job as you, and I don't make as much money. So I was worried that whatever I prepared wouldn't be good enough for you.
Don't be silly. Everything is perfect.
I'm so glad you think so. Remember when I said that we should keep the fact that we were dating a secret from the other people at the club?
Yeah, I remember. You said you were worried that people would say that you only got with me because I have a high-paying job.
Yeah, that's right. I was always worried that people looked down on me because of my job and would think that I wasn't good enough for you. There are so many people in the club who love to gossip, especially that Abby girl, and I thought that some of them might start saying that I was some kind of gold digger.
Why do you care so much about what other people think? As long as you know that your heart is in the right place, that's all that matters, right?
But you're so capable, smart, and successful, and I'm such a nobody in comparison. Thank you so much for loving me, even though I'm sure you could find someone way better.
Don't be ridiculous. There's no one better than you. Everyone around me knows how good you are to me. You're basically every girl's dream boyfriend. So don't you worry about anything, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much for reassuring me. Haha, I'm so excited to think that we're going to be getting married soon. I love you so much. I've done it. I've just gone and won myself the lottery. I've secured myself a smart, successful, and rich wife. Now I'm set for life, and I can go ahead and buy that house. I can't believe that Molly is going to be getting married already. She's grown up way too fast. Come on in, Chris. Make yourself at home. Thank you so much, Doreen. I'm so sorry. I should have asked for your permission before proposing to Molly, shouldn't I? I was just so eager to get engaged to the love of my life that I didn't stop to think about that. If it's okay with you, I'd like to officially ask for permission for your daughter's hand in marriage. There's no need to be so formal, son, but I appreciate the sentiment. So, what is it that you like so much about our Molly, then? Well, I like everything about her, of course. She has the cutest and most beautiful smile in the world. And I'd even say that she's prettier than any model or movie star I can think of. Are you really talking about the same Molly I know here? Is this not some alternate Molly from a fantasy world that you're describing? The Molly that I know looks more like a gross monster when she smiles.
Hey! You be quiet!
She's right, Mike. Don't be so mean to your sister in front of your future brother-in-law. You know, these days so many young people are making a fuss and saying that they never want to get married. I'm so glad that you found someone who could persuade you to marry him, Molly. He's got a decent job and seems like a genuine person, so of course we'll give our blessing for this marriage. I agree, and I also like that you won't be wasting money on a lavish event in a fancy venue and we'll be having a more quiet and subdued registry office ceremony. Well, we thought that there was no point in blowing all our money on a wedding when it's only going to last a few hours. What's more important is investing in our future together. I think that the best thing to do with the money we save from not having a fancy wedding is to invest it into buying a house. I want somewhere where we can live for a long time and build a family. So I'd like for us to be able to afford a nice house with plenty of space. I like your way of thinking. It's so practical. It's very different to how most young people think these days. I think investing in a house is a great idea. Let us know if you ever need any help financially. Oh no, we can't possibly ask for your help when we both have perfectly good jobs. We're planning to start with the money we've both been saving. And my parents have also said that they're willing to help me out a little. Oh, I'm liking him more and more now. It's always a good sign when someone knows how to save money wisely. Well, of course, we'll probably have to take out a few loans, but I don't think paying them back will be that bad if it means we get to live together comfortably whilst doing so. To be honest, I thought you guys might be rushing into things a bit. You're both still in your early 30s, and these days it seems to be common for people to wait until at least their mid-30s to start thinking about marriage. I thought you were just naively thinking that getting married and living together would be some kind of fairy tale life. But it seems like you really do have a concrete plan here. Well, of course, I do think that maybe I did rush into things a little. It's just because I love Molly so much, and I just couldn't wait to start the rest of my life with her.
Mom, Dad, Chris is a really good guy. He always takes the best care of me, and he has been nothing but the perfect boyfriend throughout our whole relationship. He also doesn't drink very often, and he doesn't smoke either. He also works really hard at his job. I really hope that you guys like him and are happy to welcome him into the family.
If he's the guy that my daughter has chosen, then of course I'll like him. Richard, shall we do a toast to your blessing? I'll pour you another beer. Oh, yes. Thanks very much. These days, this place is really popular, you know. So many people are saying they want to buy apartments in this building. Let me show you one of our most sought-after apartments first. Oh, wow! This is such a lovely place. It's so chic and modern. It's practically sparkling. And it's so big. Yeah, you're right. This is definitely the sort of size I would want for an apartment. You kept going on and on about the importance of owning property and how it's the key to going up in the world, but I'm really not sure if the initial price is worth it. How come this place is so expensive? Oh, this is on the cheaper side if you compare it with other buildings in this area. And buying is much more secure than leasing. And if you decide to sell this place later on, you'll definitely get even more than you paid for it. This is the nicest and most luxurious apartment complex in the neighborhood. The surrounding infrastructure has also been built around this building, so it's super convenient. I guess everything about this place does seem really good. You said that there's a hospital and a school nearby as well, right?
Yes, that's right. There's an elementary school just a 10-minute walk away and a middle and high school a 15-minute walk away. Its proximity to schools makes this place really popular for newlywed couples thinking of having children soon. It sounds ideal! How much was this place again? I always forget these things, you see. Around $1 million. And that's actually a discounted price. I negotiated to get a special deal for you guys in order to better fit your budget.
Well, that seems like a lot of money to me. I'm really not sure if it's worth it, son. Oh, come on, Dad. This is fairly cheap for an apartment like this, you know? Have you not seen the news recently? House prices are only set to rise from here on out. It does seem that way, to be honest. And Chris really seems to know what he's talking about when it comes to the real estate world, so maybe we should just trust him on this? Yeah, Dad, you can trust me on this. I check all of the real estate apps every morning to see if anything has changed. House prices are definitely going to rise, I can assure you. So it's best to buy it now in order for it to be a worthwhile investment. Even so, you'll still need to take out a loan to be able to afford this place. Do you really want to be saddled with debt? Dad, I already told you, Molly has a really high salary, so we can definitely cover it between us. She also has a lot of money put away in savings already. If you put those savings and our earnings together, we'll be able to pay back the loan in no time. Well, that's okay then. If you pay it back quickly, the interest rate won't go up either, which is great. Let's do it right now then. I'm ready to sign the contract for this place. Do you trust me, Mom? Dad? Of course I trust you, son. You've made a great decision, sir. Let's go back to the office and get the contract sorted then. I'll be able to explain everything in more detail then. Your son must be doing very well for himself, ma'am. He also seems to be very capable and know what he wants. That's the first time I've ever seen someone so firmly come to a decision during a viewing, you know. Oh yes, he's very decisive when he needs to be. Well, I guess we're going to have to start moving our stuff over as soon as possible then. You're going to be real busy over the next few months, what with this wedding to plan and everything. But getting the new house sorted is one more thing ticked off the list at least. But then, if we are planning on eventually upscaling to a better place, it's going to be a headache getting used to this place and then having to move somewhere else at the first opportunity, don't you think? Oh, I have my plans. Don't worry about it, Mom. Hello? Hey, honey, where are you right now?
It's a secret. I won't tell you.
Aw, can't you just tell me? Where are you? I need to know where the princess is so I can come and escort her.
Well, the truth is, I'm actually at the department store buying a gift to give your parents tomorrow.
Aw, honey, thanks for the sentiment, but you really don't need to get my parents a gift. If you get them something fancy and expensive, they'll probably just feel uncomfortable about it, so it's best just to not bother.
But still, it's my first time meeting them, even though we've been together for a while now. I think I should at least get them a nice box of cookies, don't you think?
Oh, they really don't need anything. It's fine. Like I said, they'll feel worse if you show up with something nice and fancy.
But even so, I'll be embarrassed if I show up empty-handed. You're acting a little weird today, you know. Surely you would prefer for me to look good in front of your parents by giving them a nice gift. I don't know why you're so strongly insisting that I don't buy them something.
I just don't want you going out of your way, that's all. And anyway, your presence is their present. You are a gift to the world. They will be happy enough just to be in the same room as you.
Aw, honey, you flatter me way too much. Anyway, I already bought the gift, so there's nothing you can do about it now. I'm just doing a little bit of window shopping before heading home now.
You should let me come and pick you up, my princess. We can't have you getting your precious feet tired now, can we? But seriously, will you be okay getting home by yourself?
Honey, I'm not a child. Of course I'll be okay. See you tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I also need to pick some dry cleaning up on the way home. I need to look nice for when I give your parents their gift, don't I? Anyway, I'll see you then.
Okay, honey. I love you. Bye-bye.
I love you too. I'm feeling a little bit on edge. I don't know why. I guess people always feel nervous before they get married, right?
Oh, honey, why did you go and buy so many gifts for my parents? Did you carry all of these home by yourself yesterday? They must have been really heavy. I told you I would have come to pick you up.
If you'd come to pick me up, you would have started complaining that I spent too much money on your parents and told me to return the gifts, wouldn't you? So you see, there was no way I could ask you to come and pick me up. I really want your parents to like me. You made a really good impression on my parents, so now it's my turn to look good.
All right, princess. I'll let you have your moment in the spotlight. Just look at you. You look stunning tonight. Not that you don't look stunning every night, though. What did I do to deserve such a beautiful wife?
Oh, honey, stop. We're not even married yet.
But we will be soon, won't we? Our fate together is as good as set in stone now. We promised we'd be together forever, didn't we?
I guess we did. Come on, let's go in. Your parents must be wondering where we are. Huh? When did you move here, Chris? This isn't the place I remember dropping you off at before.
Yeah. I guess you haven't been here yet, have you? Yeah, we moved house recently.
Oh, really? Why didn't you tell me something so important? It's a really nice place, though.
It's nice, right? I knew you'd like it here.
Why does that matter?
Oh, it's nothing. How about we go sit down with my parents? It'll be nice for us all to have a little chat together. Mom, Dad, we're here. It's so nice to finally meet you. I'm Jerry, Chris's dad.
It's lovely to meet you too, Jerry. I'm Molly. I've heard so much about you. Where's your mom, Chris? I don't see her anywhere.
I'm over here in the kitchen, sweetheart. Come on in and take a seat at the dining table. Lunch is all ready. The house is a huge mess at the moment, isn't it? I'm so sorry. We haven't sorted everything out properly yet.
Oh, don't worry. The place is so nice. Oh, here. I bought you both a gift. It's nothing much, just a box of cookies each, but I hope you like them. I ran it through Chris and he said they're all flavors you like.
Oh, thank you. But you really shouldn't have. He's right, you really shouldn't have. You coming here to see us is a gift in itself. We're so glad that Chris found himself such a lovely and beautiful future wife. But we really appreciate the sentiment. Thank you so much. Anyway, please do sit down and make yourself feel comfortable. I want you to feel like you're at home.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, wow. All the food looks so tasty.
You must be hungry. Please dig in. You boys too. Come and sit down. This is real tasty. Don't you think so, Molly?
Yes, it really is. You're an amazing cook, Anne. By the way, Chris didn't tell me that you guys moved house recently. How come you decided to move all of a sudden? I only found out just now when I arrived here.
Oh, he didn't tell you. Chris bought this place.
Excuse me? What are you saying? Chris bought this place? When? This is my first time hearing about this.
This is where we'll all be living together. It's so lovely and comfortable here. Don't you think?
Excuse me? I'm not really sure what you're talking about right now.
I thought you had a nice fancy job at a big fancy company. How can you not understand simple English when it's being spoken to you? Chris bought this house for all four of us to live together as one big happy family. Isn't that great?
What? What's going on here, Chris?
Yeah, I went ahead and bought this place for us. If we waited any longer, the prices would get too high and we wouldn't be able to afford it. This place came up around the same time we got engaged, so I decided to just go for it.
I was under the impression that the two of us would decide on a house together, and that it would just be the two of us living there.
Oh dear, it looks like there's been a little misunderstanding here. House prices are going up fast, and we thought it would be best to sell that old place and get out a loan to cover the rest of the cost for this place, before things got more expensive. Isn't that right, Chris? Yeah, I don't get what the problem is here. Why has the atmosphere gotten all frosty all of a sudden? Come on, Molly. Let's eat before the food gets cold.
I'm sorry, but I've lost my appetite. I think I'm going to just head home now.
Where do you think you're going without even touching your lunch? You can't just leave.
Let go of me! I'm leaving! I'm so shocked I can't even find the words to get angry with you right now. I can't believe what I just heard. Don't you dare try and follow me, because I don't trust myself not to yell at you.
Molly, wait! Molly! Mom, Dad, I'm going to follow Molly and try to talk to her. I'll be right back. What on earth is wrong with you, son? How could you not tell her about something like this? Yes, this really is the sort of thing that you should have talked to her about. You are going to be getting married soon, after all. I suppose she should know how much of a pressing matter getting a house is, what with house prices on the rise recently. But the fact that you didn't mention buying this apartment to her is a bit strange, in my opinion. Well, I don't know what's going to happen here, but I don't know if it's going to end well for you, Chris. Molly, please, wait. Please don't walk away. Talk to me.
I really don't want to talk to you right now. I feel like you've been stringing me along this whole time. I feel really betrayed.
I really don't get what the big deal is. You can't just leave like this. Do you know how embarrassing it is for me that you just left my parents at the lunch table like that?
Did you really think that I would just happily sit there and have lunch after hearing what I just heard? In what world did you expect me to be okay with all of that?
I really don't know why you're so mad at me right now. Did you really think we'd be able to afford a nice apartment for just the two of us? There's no way. It would take us years to save up enough money to afford that. And by the time we would have reached our savings target, the house prices will have gone up again and we'll be stuck in the same position of not being able to afford anything.
Are you completely out of your mind? And did you also expect me to react well to the news that we would be living with your parents too? When you never even discussed anything with me? Can you really still stand there and say you don't understand why I'm mad after hearing that?
Do you have a problem with living with my parents? Surely you can't be so naive as to not see the advantage of this.
That's not the problem! The problem is that when we got married, we clearly agreed to make decisions about where to live and how to live together. But you've gone and made all these decisions by yourself behind my back. We're supposed to be a team, but you clearly don't think so. Why did you buy that house without consulting me first? Why did you tell your parents that they could live there without consulting me first?
It's just because that apartment seemed like such a good deal. I thought that if I didn't buy it right then, I would never be able to buy it. It would be stupid to let go of a house as nice as that one when it was going for such a reasonable price. I'm sorry that I didn't consult you about it first, but I was worried that someone else would snap it up if I didn't buy it straight away. And with your money and my money pooled together with the money from the sale of my parents' old house, we'll only have to take out a tiny loan to pay off the remaining amount.
Oh, so you're sorry? Are you really? Why didn't you consult me about this? Is it because you were too worried that I'd say no and you thought it would be better to try and trap me in this situation? Did you think I'd just agree to do whatever you wanted since I'd already agreed to marry you?
Of course not. I didn't have any other intentions other than to get the best price possible. I really didn't have any bad intentions or ulterior motives. I promise.
Let go of me! I don't think I can get past this. We're done.
What? Wait. What do you mean, we're done?
I should have listened to my gut feeling. I've kept feeling really uneasy for some reason, but I wasn't sure why. You've always been way too nice to me, and we've never even had a single fight throughout our whole relationship. The wedding planning was also going really well without a hitch. Everything was picture perfect, but my intuition was telling me that something was wrong. A woman should always trust her intuition, because it turns out that something was, in fact, very wrong.
Think about it though, Molly. All of this actually benefits you. That house will be completely ours once my parents are no longer with us. And whilst they are still with us, they will be able to help us out with loads of stuff. My mom will be happy to help out with the cooking and the cleaning, and would be able to watch our kids if we decide to have any in the future. Living in this house with them is logically speaking the best thing for us. Don't you agree?
Well, if we're talking about doing what's logically speaking the best thing for us, I wouldn't be getting married to you, would I? Logically speaking, you're not good enough for me, are you? You've said it yourself on many occasions.
I'm a little disappointed in you, you know? You've barely known my parents for 5 minutes and you're already making a big fuss saying that you don't want to live with them.
You don't seem to be actually understanding a word of what I've been saying to you. Before you decided any of this, you should have talked to me about it first. These are the kinds of decisions that you don't make without having a discussion with your fiancé first. Anybody with half a brain will tell you that's the right way to do things.
Okay, I get it now. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry that I didn't discuss any of this with you. And from now on, I promise to consult you before making any more important decisions. But anyway, I bought the house already. And like I said, house prices really are going up. So I stand by the fact that it was the best decision to make. You know that I've been paying close attention to the real estate market, don't you?
You really still don't understand, do you? It's like talking to a brick wall. I'm just going to leave now. And you can live happily ever after in your dream house with your parents. I'm not giving you a penny towards paying for that house. Do you understand?
Like I said, I'm really sorry for doing all of this on my own without involving you. But just think about it. Your life is going to be great moving into that house. My world already revolves around you, and I wait on you hand and foot. With me and my parents at your beck and call 24/7, you really will get to live like a princess.
Oh, will you just shut up? Stop pretending that I'm the one who will be looking out here. You're the one who will have hit the jackpot if I decide to move in there with you. You need my money to finish paying for the house, and you also need my money to pay back the loan you want to get out. Only an idiot would agree to that after everything you've done behind my back. Did you really think I would just agree to that and be happy to go ahead with the wedding? Now I understand why you were so eager to marry me as fast as possible. It's not because you're crazy in love with me at all, is it? You just wanted my money to help you buy a house. Isn't that right?
That's not true. I wanted to marry you as fast as possible because I wanted us to live together as fast as possible. You know we come from conservative families, and there's no way we could live together without getting married. I really don't understand why you're still so upset. You would have put money towards our house anyway if we'd have waited and chosen it together, so it's not like you're actually losing out financially. In fact, you're even saving some money, since the money from selling my parents' old place also went towards buying this one. And then there's also the added bonus of living with my mom, who's more than happy to do the housework for you.
I really can't believe that you're still trying to argue that this is a good idea. I'm so stupid for only just realizing what you're really like. I should have seen through your perfect boyfriend act earlier. I hope you have a long and happy life thinking about nothing but money. I don't know how much the price of an apartment is going to go up by, and nor do I really care. I just want to marry someone I love and have a happy life with them. I have absolutely no intention of seeing my partner as some kind of investment and worrying about saving and making money above having a happy married life. Now that I've seen your true colors, I want nothing more to do with you. Do you understand?
Ouch, my shin. You really didn't have to go as far as to kick me. Molly, please come back.
Hey, is everything okay, Molly? You've been looking a little down these days. Oh, really? I guess I'm just a little tired, that's all. Oh, sorry. Excuse me a second. Hello? Oh, hey, Freya. How are you doing? Hey, Molly. It's been a while. How are you doing these days? You haven't been to the country club in a while, so I was starting to get a little worried about you. Is everything okay? Did something happen? Oh no, it's fine. It's nothing, really. You don't sound too great, in my opinion. Anyway, tonight a few of us from the club are getting together for a few drinks. Why don't you come and join us? I'll buy you a beer or two. What do you say? Oh, I'm okay, thanks. I really don't feel like drinking, to be honest. But it's Friday! You need to let loose, girl. Come on, Molly, just one drink. If you keep trying to disappear on us, I'll have no choice but to send one of the guys to come to your office and get you. All right. There's no need to send someone here. I'll go. By any chance, well, actually, never mind. I'll just see you later. Okay. See you soon. There's no way he'll be there, right? We haven't had any contact since the day I stormed out. Surely he'll know that I might be there tonight and avoid going. Hey, Freya. It's nice to see you after all this time. Oh, no. You've been caught red-handed. You've been secretly dating Chris this entire time. How could you have kept something as juicy as this from us for so long? Come on in and sit down. I'm leaving. What's wrong? Oh, it's okay. We know that the two of you had a little fight. I heard everything from Chris. He's such a simp for you, you know. He's been crying his eyes out saying how much he misses you, but he didn't know how to reach out to you whilst you were still angry. So we thought we would arrange this meetup to give you guys a chance to talk it out. Why didn't you kiss and make up? I heard that you were even discussing marriage. Well, no, what actually happened is that... We'll get out of your way now. So how about you guys have a long talk over a drink or two? I'm sure you'll be able to work things out. If you guys get married, you'll be the first couple who met at the club to get married. Isn't that great?
Molly, I really messed up. I'll never do anything like that ever again, so please forgive me. I'm begging you.
This isn't something to be taken lightly, you know. Ladies, there's actually no need for you to go anywhere. I was too embarrassed to say anything before, but you've really backed me into a corner here, Chris. Oh, no. This is between the two of you. We'll butt out now so you can sort things out without us getting in your way. No, it's fine. Stay where you are. I think you need to hear this. After all, I'm pretty sure he hasn't told you the full story. This guy here asked me to marry him, and then went and bought a house behind my back without consulting me at all. And to add insult to injury, his parents were already living there and he expected me to just be okay with moving in there with them. Again, without asking me first. You'd think it would stop there, but no, it gets even worse. He couldn't even afford this house on his own, even with the money from the sale of his parents' old place. So he was expecting me to use my savings to help him cover the rest of the costs. Wouldn't it be crazy to still want to marry him after all of that?
What? Chris, is this true? Molly, why did you have to go and tell them all of that? Well, I guess it does kind of make me look bad, but if you really think about it, everyone benefits from the situation in the end. Not everyone gets the chance to live in such a nice apartment straight after getting married. Living there would be a great start to our married life together.
I really don't want to talk to you anymore. I looked up the price of that place, and it's around $1 million. Even with my money added to the mix, there's no way you'd be able to afford it without a loan. Do you realize how irresponsible that is?
What? Well, that's just... I guess it would be a lie to say that I thought that I could pay back the loan without your help.
See how shameless he is? He had full faith in the fact that I would happily help him pay back a loan that I had no part in taking out. I don't know if your reason for wanting to get married to me really was because you wanted my help to buy a house or not, but I've made up my mind, and I don't want to be involved with someone like you. I'm leaving now. There's no need to see me out. I was so ashamed by the whole situation that I didn't want to say anything in front of other people. But you're the one who dragged me into this situation and gave me no choice but to expose what kind of guy you really are.
Molly, wait! Oh no, that did not go according to plan at all.
What kind of messed up story did I just hear? What is wrong with you, Chris? I can't believe you got us involved by pretending you were all lovesick. You're a total psycho!
No, Freya, you've got it all wrong. Don't you even think about showing your face at the club ever again. I'll make sure that everybody hears about this so that nobody will be able to take your side. I know how to ruin a person with rumors. You really are scum. You know that? Wait, Abby, not you as well. I can explain. Oh no. Without Molly, it's going to be impossible to pay that loan back. There's no way that my salary alone is going to cover it. Hey, Mom. Did you go to that house viewing today? What? Oh, about that. The price has already risen from what was listed on the website, so there's no way we'll be able to afford it. We need to hurry up and lease this place out so we can move out and work towards finding something we can actually afford. Oh gosh, what are we going to do? I'm already late with the loan repayment this month. I can't believe that the value of this place has fallen so much in the space of 1 year. I feel like we've been scammed. Everything pointed towards this place steadily increasing in value. The realtor even said so when she first showed us the place. Mom, do you have any extra money put away by any chance? Of course I don't! I used every last penny I had when we bought this place. But seriously, how can things have gotten so bad in the space of a year? People were buying and leasing houses left, right, and center a year ago. How can the market have dried up like this all of a sudden? I'm going to try and give the realtor another call and see if they can do anything to help us lease this place.
Hello?
Oh, hi. It's you again. You've been calling us very often these days, sir. Is this about leasing your apartment again? I think it's going to be quite difficult to find someone who will be interested, if I'm honest. There are lots of housing scams going around these days, and it's been putting people off leasing. I can try help you out if you're willing to accept a lower amount, though. I have debts to pay back. I really can't afford to be losing out. But anyway, I guess I can't really be picky. Please just get me the best deal you can. And how is the market these days? Is selling the place still not a viable option? As you know, you would definitely be at a loss if you sell the place now. If you wait another 3 years to sell it, you'll probably get a much better price. Even if you are able to lease the place to someone else, you'll still be at a disadvantage in terms of tax benefits and things like that since you won't actually be living there. We're on a really tight budget because of the interest payments on our loan. Please, can you try your best to find something, anything to help us out? I will try my best, but I really can't promise anything. I'll let you know if something comes up. Thank you. I was so confident when I bought this place, but then everything went south. I really thought I was being savvy buying this place when I did, but everything has ended up going wrong. I really don't know what to do anymore. Oh, goodness. What's wrong, Anne? That was a really big sigh. Oh, it's just that things have been hard for Chris recently, and I wish I could do more to help. First, things fell through with his engagement, and now he's struggling to pay back his debts, and it's impossible to lease out the house. That really is awful. Poor Chris hasn't had the best year, has he? Have you thought about investing by any chance? Investing? Don't you think it would be a little irresponsible to do that when we have loans to pay off? You need to have money in the first place to be able to start investing, and we don't have any. These days, you can't just get by through working hard and earning your keep. The only way to make real money is to gamble a little. Everyone is using borrowed money these days. It's impossible to do anything without it. One of my friends took out a loan and invested some of it, and she was really nervous at first. But within just 2 months, she was able to make a huge profit. Is that true? Yeah, she managed to earn a lot through investing in stocks, but that's not the only option. Have you ever heard of something called Bitcoin? I've heard of Bitcoin. I heard all kinds of stories of people investing in it without even really knowing what it is and then suffering huge losses. Oh no, that's just scaremongering. It works out for a lot of people, you know. Some kind of finance expert is going to be giving a talk on how to invest safely around here soon. Why don't you come with me and hear what they have to say? I don't even have any money to invest, though. Do you think it's really worth going? Of course. There's no harm in just going to listen, is there? You can make up your mind whether you'd actually like to invest in something or not after going to the talk.
Well, I guess doing something is better than nothing. Okay then, let me know when you're going and I'll tag along. Hey Edna! Thank you so much for introducing me to the investing world. I've been making so much money over the past few weeks. I told you, didn't I? I knew you were having a hard time, so I thought it would only be fair to let you in on these investing secrets. You should buy me dinner sometime soon as thanks, Anne. With all this money I'm getting, I'll do more than that. I'll get you some designer clothes as a nice gift. Oh, look at you. You're rolling in it. It's so nice to see you doing so well.
What are you doing chattering away on the phone like that? Where's my dinner?
Oh, sorry, Edna. I'll call you back later. I don't feel like cooking tonight. Let's go eat out at a restaurant or something.
How can you suggest something as lavish as eating out when our son is working day in, day out to pay back our debts? We should just eat at home and save money.
Oh, it's fine. I'll pay. Give Chris a call and tell him to come. I'll get him something better than whatever cheap takeout he would order for himself after work.
What's gotten into you today? You're acting like you've won the lottery or something.
What I've discovered is even better than winning the lottery.
Well, I guess it will be nice to eat out. We haven't really done it in a while.
Oh no! Oh no, oh no! I can't believe this has happened! Edna's not even picking up the phone when I need her to! Mom, what's wrong? Did something happen? Oh, it's nothing, really. I'm fine. It doesn't look like you're fine. You've been sat there glued to your phone, frantically making calls for a while now. Wait. What's this, Mom? Have you been investing in Bitcoin? No, it's just... I can explain. Mom, your balance is at a minus. How much did you lose? Can you explain this to me? Well, I just wanted to help you out somehow. I went to a talk about investing, and it seemed to be a good idea, so I decided to invest a bit of money in Bitcoin. And you've ended up in the negative? Where did you even find the money to invest in Bitcoin in the first place? Didn't you tell me that you didn't have any money when I last asked you? I mean, on the street there are these people always handing out flyers for companies promising to lend you money. I met a nice young man who said he would give me a loan to help me get started on my investment journey. Don't tell me that you borrowed money from one of those shady types, Mom. How can you have been so naive? But they said that they offered loans even to housewives and the unemployed. They seemed so trustworthy. Mom, those types of loans are illegal. Those people handing out those flyers are loan sharks. What? Loan sharks? I can't believe this. Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse for us.
Why are you guys being so noisy? It's late. You should be heading to sleep.
Dad, you'll never guess what Mom has gone and done. She's gotten an illegal loan from a loan shark and used the money to invest in Bitcoin of all things. What on earth possessed you to think that this is a good idea, Mom? I'm already struggling enough trying to sort out things with the house and pay off the loan. Why did you have to go and add fuel to the fire and make everything 100 times worse?
Anne, is this true? Have you gone completely insane? So is the money you used to pay for that meal out the other night the illegal loan money?
Oh, no, that wasn't technically speaking the loan money. It's just that I met up with Edna, you know, Henry's mom, and she just kept going on about this Bitcoin and how you can earn lots of money if you invest in it. And I was earning so much I really thought I'd hit the jackpot, so I used some of that money to treat us to a dinner out. Oh, it's Edna. She's calling me. Hello? Edna! You'll never believe what's happened to me. What did you just say?
Well, spit it out! What did she say to you?
She said that the guy in charge of the whole Bitcoin thing has gone AWOL. Oh my goodness.
I feel a little lightheaded. Oh, I'm dizzy. Mom? Mom, are you okay? I'm so exhausted. I never would have thought that my life would end up as such a shambles. Why does the value of this cursed apartment keep going down? It's making it impossible to sell. Even if I do sell it, there's the taxes to worry about, and then after paying off my loan, I'll still be deep in the red. I'm losing my mind here, I really am. Who's that outside our front door? Excuse me, lady. Look here, if you borrow money from someone, you have to pay it back. You can't just spend all the money you've borrowed and then pretend you're not home when they come looking for what they owe. Open up! I said open the door right now! Hey, what do you think you're doing in front of my house? Who are you? Oh, you must be that lady's son. Well, if she can't pay it back, then I guess you'll have to do it on her behalf. I don't care how I get my money, as long as I get it. She owes $10,000, and the deadline for paying it back is today. $10,000? Do you really think we'd be able to cough up that much money on the spot? We don't have it. How dare you raise your voice at me like that? I don't need you trying to make things difficult for me. You're going to pay me back. Understood? Well, I know that you're operating illegally, so I'll just report you to the police. Please leave. Oh no, I'm breaking the law. How evil I must be. It's your mum who's in the wrong here, not me. She's the one who borrowed my money and used every single last penny. Ask any of her friends and acquaintances and they'll tell you how shamelessly she blew the whole lot. How dare you make my mom out to be the bad person here? You're the one doing illegal stuff. You shouldn't take advantage of older people like that. Well, there is one way you can make me disappear. Pay me back my money. I'll give you until tomorrow, so you better find a way. Do you understand me? Oh no. Mom! Mom, open the door! Has he gone yet? Mom, this is really serious. This is why you don't borrow money off random people. Anyway, there's no use in me lecturing you about this now. What's done is done. Just stay there. I'm going to head out somewhere real quick. Where are you going? You can't just leave me on my own. I'm scared for my life here. Well, I've got to go and borrow some money, haven't I? That's the only way we're going to be able to settle this. I've already asked pretty much every single one of my friends for money to help me pay off the loan. I've got nobody left to ask, really. Then where are you going if you've got nobody left to ask? There is one person left. I really didn't want to ask them, but it's a last resort. I'll see you later, Mom. Chris, wait!
Everyone worked hard today. See you tomorrow. Off to Pilates now. Then what should I do? Go and watch a movie, maybe?
Hey, Molly. A long time no see.
Oh my gosh, you startled me. Chris, is that you?
Yeah. It's been a while, hasn't it? How have you been doing?
I was doing great until I saw you. What do you want?
I have something kinda important to talk to you about. Do you mind if we go and sit down in a cafe or something?
I don't really want to go anywhere with you, to be honest. I really don't want to have to listen to you talking. Whatever it is, you can tell me right here.
Well, it's just... Molly, I'm really sorry to be asking this. This is the first time I've seen you in ages, but... Would you be able to lend me some money?
What did you just say? Did you really come and find me just to beg for money?
Yeah. To tell you the truth, after we broke up, my life has been hell. My family has really been going through it financially. In order to pay for the house, I had to take out a loan, and my salary alone wasn't enough to pay it back. And as if that wasn't enough, my mom got caught up in some kind of Bitcoin scam and even ended up borrowing money from a loan shark. If we don't get someone to lend us money now, my family is going to be in big trouble.
I really don't think you have the right to ask me for money after everything that happened between us. I'm going to pretend that I never heard any of this.
I know how much you have in savings, and it's more than enough to help us out. I'm not asking you to give me all of your savings. Just a tiny fraction will do to help me out. I don't have much time and I'm really desperate here. If we can't pay everything off, we might have to just end up auctioning off the house.
I really don't understand why you won't just sell the house. If you sell it, it will solve most of your problems and you'll be able to have a fresh start, so what's the problem? You said it yourself, didn't you? A house is an investment. If you make an unwise investment, then you should take responsibility for it.
But if we sell it now, we will suffer huge losses. If we sell the house and use the money we would get to pay back the loan, that still leaves us at a loss. I'm going to wait a little longer for the house to increase in value again, and then I'll sell it and use that money to pay you back. What do you say?
So you're basically saying that you would only be able to pay me back if the house increases in value. Am I right? And what if it doesn't? Your predictions about the real estate market were clearly off. If you can't afford to keep the house to the extent that it's bleeding into every aspect of your life, you should just cut the root of the problem and get rid of the house. And you really shouldn't go begging your ex-girlfriend who you haven't seen for more than a year for money. It's pathetic.
Please, Molly.
I was happy that you didn't try to contact me after we broke up. I thought that meant that you had at least a shred of decency and were willing to respect my wishes. But now you've just shown me that you're still nothing but a piece of scum. Well, I guess karma is real, though. It gives me some satisfaction to know that some kind of divine power was watching you and decided that you deserve to have your life ruined. Whoever they are, I'd like to thank them.
Molly, how can you say that? This is all because of the stupid real estate market.
I met Chris, my ex, at the country club that I was a member of, and we bonded over doing different sports together. He was nothing but sweetness and light towards me whilst we were dating, and it was like I was living in a dream. But everything changed after we got engaged, and I found out that he had bought a house he couldn't afford behind my back and expected me to use my savings to help him pay it off. Of course, I broke off the engagement on the spot after finding that out. I asked him not to contact me again, and he seemed to respect my wishes. But I always had a feeling that he wouldn't have been able to find a way to pay for the house. And I was right when he showed up outside my office a year after we broke up, begging me to lend him some money. Every investment comes with its risks, and I don't know what's made him think that investing in real estate is any different from stocks, shares, or digital currency. I thank heaven every day that I was able to get out of that engagement before I got any further involved with a guy like him. A few years have passed since then, and I've been putting my all into my work, making sure I stay healthy, and in general, making sure I practice self-care. Thank you so much for listening to my long story, and I hope that all of your endeavors work out for you. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel for more content just like this. And if you feel so inclined, why not leave a comment in the comment section down below? See you next time.